head over to Stetson Benson, the not Heisman Trophy winner, but the national championship winner here. Glass, you have him 8th. I have him 10th. John, you have him outside the top 10. So Glass, you can start us off since you are 8th.
There are two guys that I was higher on than I probably should have been. He is one of them. McKee is another one. I like the mentality that Stetson Bennett comes into games with. All right. I worry about his off the field issues. I worry that he is unfocused when it comes to actually doing the job right. But he ended 2022 with a 68% completion percentage, 27 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. And he had 205 rushing yards. So he has the ability to run too. I don't think that he is fantasy viable. I'm going to say that right off the bat. My putting him 8th was, my putting him 8th was purely on the fact that the reason that John put Duggan in his top 10. I think the mentality will get him on a team. I think that if they can overlook his indiscretions when he's off the field, the mentality will get him on the team, and the mentality will get him to be a journeyman quarterback. But I don't think he's fantasy viable. But I do think he deserves a top 10 in this class because of where he played and how well he played when he had to.
Right. I like that, honestly. I mean, there's some good things about him. You know, he has enough mobility that he's decent in that regards. He kind of comes off with that, kind of a leadership mentality. He's accurate in the short and immediate passes. He can avoid sacks consistently. He's someone that I think puts in the work, could be a decent backup journeyman kind of quarterback over his career. But obviously he lacks size. He's older. He's 25 years old, I think, right? He's an older prospect. I mean, he struggles with his placement, his velocity. He's inconsistent game to game. There's just a lot of negatives on him. But yeah, he's my 10th guy because I think his leadership shows off enough and his potential that he could be decent as a backup. That's why I have him at 10. So.
Yeah, I have him outside, and he's 11, so he's right outside. And it is basically age and size that kind of concerns that just have him just outside. I think he's great. I think he's a good leader. I think there is a big difference between leading a college team to a national championship and leading an NFL franchise. And I don't know if he's ready to make that step. That's a big step to make. But I think he is like you said, good journeyman. There's a lot of these guys in the NFL. There's a lot of these guys that are really, really good. It's hard to be one of the 32. I don't think he'll ever be one of the 32.
I have a quick question and I honestly don't know the answer to this.
Mm-hmm.
With Brady playing as long as he did,
mm-hmm.
Do we worry about a quarterback coming in at 25 because he's coming in at 25 and not the longevity of it, or that he has his learning curve would be smaller because he's older? Is that what the
So my fear usually with older prospects is the question is always, why is it taking this long for you to break out?
That's valid.
I expect a 25-year-old man to beat up on 19 and 20-year-old kids in college. I just do. So when I see running back and wide receiver or tight end prospects that are 23, 24, I'm yeah, you should be, you're going against a cornerback that's 20. You should be beating this kid up. So, I just, that is why I am an ageist when it comes to prospects. To me, it's not I don't think it cuts his lifespan short in the NFL. No, I don't think that. I think more when you break out as a true freshman at 18, 19, and you're throwing up numbers in the SEC, I'm okay, that's kid's legit. He's really good. When you're doing it at 25, to me, it's wow, I mean, I kind of expect you. You've been playing football for a long time. I would expect you to be pretty good at this point. Okay. So that's my only reason why I bring up age.
No. I mean, everyone does.
Yeah. No. But that's at least why I think most people probably bring up age with
Okay.
prospects is like, it's just kind of a red flag. Like, why did it take you this long to, like, when you hear guys who like win the starting job their senior year, it's like, well, why did it take you till your
Right.
senior year to win the starting job? If you're that good, you should have been on the field earlier. So
Right.
Okay.
And that's why we like prospects who break out at early age, because there's, there's potential for long-term, sustainability compared to someone who breaks out in older